Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA. Oh my god, the Premier League is back. And what a way to get back, man. It was just incredible. Did you guys watch the two games of the Premier League? I mean, well, it was more than two games, but what I'm referring to is the Erling Haaland in Manchester City against Leeds United. And of course, another interesting point is with Los Madridistas is the game of Kylian Mbappe, who scored in the last minute. I mean, actually in the injury time of a penalty, and he delivered the victory to PSG before to go out with a draw, right? So right now, everybody's talking about the celebration of Kylian Mbappe. It was so hype. Everybody is thinking right now Kylian Mbappe doesn't have to do with us anymore and doesn't want to Real Madrid anymore. But my opinion is a little bit different. And after all this controversy we have had over the weekend stuff, I'm going to tell you something about that. So, but before to get started, I just wanted to talk about Erling Haaland first, as Erling Haaland to me is one of the greatest player ever seen. I mean, this guy is like they say, a setting record player for the Premier League, who scored 2 goals, and right now he has 20 goals versus the 19 goals of the whole squad of Chelsea. If you think about it, only one player has more goals than the whole team, right? Than Chelsea, which is absolutely nuts in my opinion. So the guy scored twice against Leeds United, and after the game he said something really interesting when he said he was a little bit mad by the World Cup missing. So the guy is hungry, man. The guy is super hungry, and the only way for him is right through. I mean, he will keep scoring a lot of goals. He will be probably arguably one of the best players in the Premier League this season. If he's not the best right now, if he's not the best yet, and yeah, he has a lot of things to offer. He has a lot of things to show everybody. He has a lot of things to prove. And of course, to me, again, Real Madrid should never ever forget about Erling Haaland, because I think that, I mean, I really get it. I understand why we are so hyped right now with the signing of Endrick, man. But when you have a player like Haaland, man, I think that there's a space, there's room for both of them, right? Number one. Number two, I think that, I mean, when you have a player like Erling Haaland already tested in the Premier League, already tested in Europe, you cannot ignore, right, a player like him. So my opinion is Real Madrid should keep in mind this player can become one of the best players in history, okay? So I don't know if Real Madrid is really or has been really interested in him at any time, but let me tell you, man, we cannot ignore this guy. It's impossible. It's like an elephant in the room. It's impossible, man. You cannot just look the other way and say, no, we're going to try to sign whether Kylian Mbappe or Endrick or whoever it is. This guy has to be in the list of favorite players or potential signings or whatever for Real Madrid, man, because this guy is just awesome. It's unbelievable. And the good news for us, he really wants to play. He always really wanted to play for Real Madrid. It's not a coincidence, man. It's a player, and this, I mean, I'm telling you this because I know firsthand, right? This guy, in the past, I mean, in the first months of this year, he was all the time pushing and trying to sign for Real Madrid. The problem was the timing with Karim Benzema, and the timing with Real Madrid completely concentrated and focused on the signing of Mbappe messed everything up, and for him it was impossible to come to Madrid. But let me tell you something. The other day, Jose Felix Diaz acknowledged the fact he apparently has a release clause, okay? So when he had the interview with Rafaela Pimienta, right, Jose Felix Diaz confessed and confirmed he was asked about Rafaela. He was asked by Rafaela, hey, do you think he has a release clause or not? And she started to laugh. right? And Jose Felix Diaz started to laugh as well, and he said, yes, I think so. And she started to laugh like an answer, man. It's like, yeah, I mean, he has it. He has a release clause, which is great. So we have to take advantage from it, and we have to go straight ahead, man, and try to sign this guy, because this guy is absolutely nuts. It's absolutely unbelievable, and in my opinion, he will be one of the best players in the world. Okay, so yeah, man, it's absolutely insane. And of course, we have to keep in mind Erling Haaland is a real Madridista. Okay, so now let me go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys. Let me jump onto the next story, which is about Kylian Mbappe and his celebration with PSG after the goal against Strasbourg, right, in France. Because so many people out there are claiming Kylian Mbappe doesn't want Real Madrid anymore just because of this celebration. Okay, let me show you something really quick. Look, this is Kylian Mbappe is about to shoot the penalty. Okay, this is the replay. I mean, by the way, it was not a penalty, man. It was just the hand of the defender on his shoulder, and that's it. I mean, there's no point. It was goal. It was goal nonetheless. I don't know why he whistled the penalty, but look. Do you think was that enough for a penalty? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. But anyways, so. And by the way, he's one of the best as well. I mean, Mbappe, there's no doubt he's one of the greatest players right now. And but yeah, so he started to prepare for the penalty shoot, and then he goes all the way. And this is the other thing. Minute 95, man, almost 96. This guy, with the draw 1-1, he doesn't care about anything. He's really careless about anything, man. This guy, minute 96, and he's still capable to put the ball and shoot the penalty with no hesitation, with no doubt, with no fear, with no panic. And look at this. He scored the goal, and now he goes all the way to the sideline. He takes the shirt off, and he waves it, and just celebrates the goal, man. What is the big deal with this? He was just celebrating the goal. That's it. I mean, that's it. How can you say just for a celebration he doesn't want to come to Madrid and he's so happy in Paris? I mean, how can you say that? Right now, you gotta keep in mind this guy has lost a World Cup final. Okay, so that is sad enough. Number one. Number two, this guy is still the most valuable player within PSG and has rescued his squad in a game who got really complicated, who got nuts, because nobody was thinking in a draw between Strasbourg and Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, if you see the budgets of both teams, my opinion is nobody was thinking about it, but apparently happened. But still, Mbappe rescued to his team, right? So, man, it is pretty normal in the minute 96. If you still score a penalty, it is because, I mean, it is a reason enough, big enough for you to celebrate like nuts and crazy and just go for it, man, because it's absolutely insane. Things like that. I mean, just think about it. If you score a penalty in the minute 96 and you give the 3 points to your own team, what is going to happen, man? How are you going to celebrate it? Are you going to say, oh, okay, fine, good, cool? No, you go nuts. You go nuts. You go to the fence stands, and you say, hey, I score, and you wave the shirt and all the stuff. I mean, there's no point to me. There's no big deal at all. You know what I'm saying? So, man, if you are still nuts about it, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that Los Madridistas should be concerned or worried about that, because I think that player, I mean, he celebrated in a very natural way, and I mean, it's a score. I mean, it's a penalty in the minute 96. What do you want me to do? I mean, I'm going to go nuts. I'm going to go crazy. I want to celebrate with my fans. And the other thing is Mbappe is not angry, is not mad with the fans. He's mad at PSG, within PSG, and Al Khelaifi and all these people. That's it, the board members maybe, but not the fans. The fans doesn't have any fault, and it was not their fault. It was Al Khelaifi's fault, or Qatar fault, or Macron fault, or whoever it is, but not the fans' fault, man. It's a completely different story. So I don't know, man. So just for the people that just want to speculate with the thing and try to mess us up, right, to Los Madridistas, I think there's no point for it, and so sorry, but I still think that Kylian Mbappe wants to come to Real Madrid, and he actually will try something to come to Real Madrid. You have to keep in mind, Messi is not yet there, so when he comes back, he will probably feel a little bit worse. And by the way, Neymar saw the red card, so he was sent off. Not a good beginning for Neymar, but still very good, man. So Mbappe, in my opinion, he's still celebrating for Real Madrid. I mean, for the PSG fans, but nothing to do with Real Madrid. It's a very different story about his future, his career, and all the stuff. And do not miss the next video, because I will be talking about the dirty things PSG has been doing over the last years in France, and how that could affect, right, to the future of PSG, Al Khelaifi, and of course Kylian Mbappe. Okay, so do not miss out.